Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope all of you are doing well. So in this video, I will be discussing about Road Not Taken by Robert Frost, its summary and analysis. So let's start. So who was Robert Frost? Robert Frost was born on 26th March 1874 and died on 29th January 1963. He was an American poet known for the realistic depiction of rural life and his command, our colloquial speech. He was an unofficial poet laureate of United States as well. His notable works include A Boy's Will, North of Boston, A Road Not Taken, Mending Wall, Spring Fools, and Stopping by the Wood and Snowy Evening, and many other, etc. So, the poem Road Not Taken was written in 1915 when he was in England. It is commonly interpreted as rugged individualism. The poem actually contains multiple different meanings. It comprises of 4 stanzas with 5 lines in each, and the rhyming scheme would be AB, AA, B. So let's move towards stanza number 1. So stanza number 1, basically its summary is that the poet, while traveling on foot in the wood, reaches a junction where 2 roads diverge. Immediately, he realizes that as a traveler, traveling both the roads is impossible. Here, 2 roads are meant 2 ways of life. The woods are yellow, which means that it is probably false, and the leaves are turning yellow. As it is impossible to travel both the roads, the poet stands there trying to choose which path he is going to take. However, the poet wants to go down both paths and is thinking about it hard. He is staring down one road, trying to see where it goes. The small plants and greenery of the woods block his view. So let's move towards stanza number 2. So the phrase could mean something like as just as it is fair, as in proper, righteous and equal, but this does not quite apply to a road. As just as fair is an example of simile. Then the poet decided to check the other path because he found the other road to be less traveled and grassy one. Wanted where is an example of personification. After traveling through the road, he found that both the path or both the roads are equally traveled. First, he found the first road to be the more traveled one, but then he says that both the roads to be equally traveled. The as for that refers to the path being less worn. So let's move towards the 3rd stanza. Here, again, the poet found both the paths looking same. Perhaps he goes in the flashback. It was tough for him to recognize the real road, as in the morning he was the first person to walk on the road. He could not decide the right path, as no step had smashed the leaves on the road to allow him to go for the right one. These lines are an example of imagery. The poet here saves the first road for another day. He knows how way leads to another until you ends up very far from where you started. The poet here saves the first road for another day. Then in the 3rd, he does not think he will ever be able to come back and take the other path as much as he wished he could. So this is stanza number 3. So let's move towards stanza number 4. So it starts from that I shall be telling this with a sigh. This line is the example of the poet's failure in choosing the right path. The word sigh reflects that he is disappointed with the decision. He accepts the fact that he is a failure in taking the right decision. Ages and ages is an example of alliteration. Perhaps he chose the less traveled one. The poet took the path that no one else did. and that is what has made the difference in his life, that made him successful. However, a difference could mean success or utter failure. So this is the whole summary of the poem. Now let's move towards the themes. So the first theme or the second or third theme is choice, dream, hopes, plans and exploration. So choice of path will change his life, speaker as according to speaker, that choices of path will change the life. Speaker in the woods without a map, and he does not dare to plan something, so he embraces exploration, suggesting that the only way to see what is beyond the bend is the road, is to keep walking. So with the help of that, he explored different paths. So this is the theme of this poem. So that's all from my side. If you have any queries, you can ask me in the comment section. Please like, subscribe and share my channel. Thank you for watching.